The El Niño heat pattern also signals considerable challenges ahead for world food production. Niccolo Lombardi is from the Food and Agriculture Organization at the United Nations and the author of a rather sobering new report.
This is a moment when we have an opportunity to prepare for something that indeed can be very harmful, which is the El Niño phenomenon this year, which has already been declared, and it is likely to become stronger over the coming months. This event is likely to bring more droughts, floods and storms in different parts of the world, especially in areas where families, rural families as well, are particularly vulnerable already. They have been affected by repeated climate shocks in the past, plus other stressors, including conflict and everything else that is already straining their capacity to have enough food on their tables. So now with this new event of El Niño, all these vulnerabilities are expected to become even stronger in many places of the world.
I mean, you talk about what we can do about it, if in fact we can do anything about it. In your report, you talk about anticipatory action. I mean, that sounds a bit like UN gobbledygook. What does that mean in practice?
Yes, indeed. In practice, it is about acting before the drought, the floods, or the storms that El Niño may bring actually occur, before they have an impact on food production. And therefore acting in a way that farmers, herders, fishers can continue produce food locally despite these very intense hazards that we're expecting. And so if we act before and based on the forecasts of these events, we have a chance to reduce their impacts, which means in the case of FAO and WFP working together, this is really about helping farmers to continue producing, like planting their crops during the next agricultural season. So on the one hand, the food production element, on the other hand, also the food consumption element. So helping families continue to have access to food and enough food to avoid that they have to take negative coping strategies in the coming months. And the reason why it is anticipatory and quite innovative is that we now have all the information we need in terms of early warning, in terms of forecasts, to let us know where and when these hazards will occur, but most importantly, what kind of impacts will they have on the most vulnerable households we're trying to support.